Let's see what Remette is up to. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. Looks to be a premium folder. Do we have a hint somewhere? Yes, no. It's called the RT Infinite Power for when you don't have enough power and you need more power. Here we go. Let's go ahead and check inside. We got a wiping cloth, and here is the knife, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's take a look. For starters, it kind of gives me vibes of the Remette swordfish sort of eyes. Kind of like this coffin-looking profile. Obviously, the swordfish was a gravity knife. The blade came out the front. It was an OTF, or a manual OTF in this case, because it was indeed a gravity knife. But in a way, if you cover this and just show me this portion right there, that definitely gives me peregrine falcon vibes, which again, another very iconic knife from Remette. So I really dig this sort of darker brown here with the sort of gold there in the pivot area, right? Kind of like a bolster looking little pivot area, goldish finish. Now, of course, it is going to be a pivot lock. We're going to get to that in a moment, but just want to appreciate the diagonal milling, all the lines here on the titanium handles. Yes, we do have titanium here, no pull. Got only pull here from the hardware itself. The pocket clip, guess what? It is about that much deep carry, and it is reversible on the other side. So I do like the attention to detail. No pull there on the pocket clip, and it has a little tritium, little slot right there. If you want to do a little tritium insert, you absolutely can. Looks like we're going to have a safety switch for when the blade is open. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and send it here. Looks like it opens on this side, not on the opposite side. That's why we have a massive, I want to say, titanium backspacer. Yep, absolutely. So if you're ready, I'm ready. All right, here we go. Bam. Oh, man, that was... Hold on a second. That was actually a little snappier than I thought. Let's try it again, right? This is going to be your back flipper, and you can also do a front flipper. And, of course, use the pivot itself. But, bam, that is solid. Dig that 100%. All right, got some good action there. Front flipper, also solid. I dig it. And deploying off of the pivot itself, we absolutely can. Now, what I like about what Remette does is when they do in most cases, when they do a button-operated liner lock or like this pivot-operated lock here, right, they do give you the option to still disengage as if it were an actual liner lock. So that's nice. We have a liner here with some jimping on it. Good access from the show side. Nice and easy to disengage. In case you're wondering, Miguel, you're about to cut your finger. Well, it's actually not sharp on this side, right? In case you're wondering, it is not sharp on this side at all. It is only sharp on the one side. So it does have that very iconic dagger profile, right? Kind of like a flat grind going on both sides, but we only have an edge on this side, but not on the opposite end. So, you know, you don't have to worry about disengaging it as a liner. Maybe, you know, pulling it forward here with your index finger, letting it drop. That won't be a problem, right? Just a one side sharpness only. You got this hole, right? That adds personality to the blade. That's pretty neat. They could have done it without the hole, but something like that just adds a little bit of extra spice. Let me set it down so you guys can take a closer look. Miguel, you move the knife around too much, man. Let's take a cool picture, man. Okay, I got you, fam. Here we go. Take a look. I mean, it's a very, needless to say, very symmetrical knife. Right? I do like the symmetry a lot here. That is very, very nice. Here's the opposite side. By the way, there's the Remette logo on the non-show side. That's a pretty good place to put it. I don't mind the Remette logo at all. Right? It's kind of got the R and an M into it together. Not too bad. And then you can engage this guy. A little security, a little switch there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is right as close to a fixed blade as you can get with a folder. Right, this thing is not going to disengage. I can push the button a tad bit, but it's not going to come anywhere near close to disengaging this thing. I can try going at the liner here. That's not going to work. So, you know, it's like an added piece of, you know, safety feature, right? That gives you peace of mind. We recently looked at something very similar here with the Remette Cool Whale. This thing is an absolute tank, by the way. So the fact that you have that switch on here as well, and then you can disengage the knife unless you, right, move the switch back. I want to say when they did the Peregrine Falcon, it also has some concerns that maybe if you grip the knife a certain way, you can maybe push the button and disengage it on yourself, like so. Well, just to overcome that, 1000%, put a little safety switch there, and guess what? Even if you grip the knife however you want, in whatever shape you want, even if you put pressure on the lock itself, it is not disengaging at all. So that's absolutely the right call, Remette, right? Good job there. I know, again, the Peregrine Falcon had the original version without the switch, and then after some reviewers kind of gave Remette some feedback, they also added the switch to that model, and that's something that obviously we can see they are taking forward, like on this model, and also now on the Infinite Power, which again is a very, very cool name if you ask me. Got to kind of calibrate a little bit. It looks like it wants to bounce a little bit a little bit on the way back. So just gotta kind of get a feel for it. Front flipper, again, pretty solid. No frills, no stress, just works pretty good. All three deployment methods are pretty nice. It's got some cool acoustics to it, if you ask me. We got some milling here on the non-liner side. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, right? And then we got, of course, a liner there on the liner side. But it feels pretty lightweight for what it is. Obviously, the titanium helps quite a bit. In case you're wondering, is that brass? No, that's also titanium here. So we're getting no pull. The pivot itself is going to be steel. Right? We do get pull there, but not the actual goldish titanium around it. So that's a nice little touch. And I mean, it kind of looks like a pharaoh's tomb in a way, right? Like a pharaoh's coffin, something from ancient Egypt in a way. I mean, it's a pretty cool knife. Not gonna lie, definitely gonna be a very cool knife to own in your knife collection, right? Is it gonna be the most utilitarian everyday knife out there? Probably not. But it's also, I mean, I want to say at this price point, it doesn't have to be a safe queen. This is kind of a cool knife that you can still EDC, right, and use regardless. When I think of this knife, I think of something like the Arch Nemesis from Sharp by Design, and those are pretty pricey custom knives, to say the least. I mean, first time I saw it, I think it was on MC's channel, Metal Complex, and I've been in love with the Arch Nemesis ever since, but it is a really expensive knife, over $1,000, custom made, very limited. I mean, something like this kind of gives you those dagger aesthetics at a much, and I really mean much more affordable price. It's got a bead blasted finish here, which looks really good. And I want to say that we get the steel. They'll probably hide it somewhere. There it is. Nice and neatly tucked away M390 steel, right, with a piece of hair. Wonder where that came from. We might have to do some forensics and see. All right, there we go. That's more like it. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.